Hi guys, what is going on? Who would have ever thought we would be going through what we're going through right now in this world with this pandemic called COVID-19? First of all, before I start talking about anything, I just want to let you guys know who, even if you're watching and even if you're not watching, I just sincerely pray that everyone is healthy. And if you're not healthy, I pray that you get what you need to become healthy. I pray that this virus does not continue to negatively impact us. And I know it's gonna pass. And I'm not gonna. It's just a lot. I've wanted to do a video about this and speak about the parts that I'm familiar with, which is finances, because did I introduce myself? I'm sorry. My name is Mima. I am a certified public accountant and owner of MLN Accounting and Tax Service, which is a local CPA firm located in the suburbs of Atlanta. But I have clients. I have clients who are individuals. I have half of my clients own small businesses. And since this pandemic has happened, I've had to have some hard conversations with my clients. People trust me. They trust their CPA. I mean, it's not a lot of people that know the ins and outs of your finances like your accountant. And it's just something, I mean, I really appreciate my clients that I do have. They trust me with a lot of information and they share more than just their finances with me. And people are really hurting out there, guys. And I'm having hard conversations. I'm trying to help people, as many people as I can. Trying to help my clients that are business owners who have hundreds of employees, but the business isn't coming in because of what's going on in the economy. People having to stay home, but they have these employees that are dependent upon them to feed their families. So that's a lot of stress to be under. Then I have clients who are independent contractors and who, their contracts were great, but they just ended and they're trying to see what they qualify for. So I'm helping a lot of people and I'm trying to do my best. I'm busier than ever right now, but I feel like I have an obligation to share information with the public. Although I have my clients, I'm getting phone calls from random people just inquiring. I guess sometimes people hear things on the news and they just want to confirm it with someone with credentials, because people are calling me and asking me like the most random questions about what's going on. How much money are they going to get from the government? What are they going to get? And a lot of people really need this money. There's a lot of people who live paycheck to paycheck or who are in industries like the service industries or the tourism or, just in some of the industries that are hardest hit by this pandemic. Some of us are really blessed who are in positions where, we can virtually work remotely and not have any hiccup as far as our inflow of revenue. But these are some trying times that we're in. And I pray that we get on the other side of this very soon. And I pray that the impact is minimal on our lives and that we learn the lesson that God wants us to learn. Because I feel like there is a lesson in all of this to be learned. And this is something we're going to remember until we leave this earth. But enough about that. Let me get to the point of this video. I'm going to share information. I'm dedicated to putting out at least 2 videos a week about COVID-19, how to get through this, what to do with your money. And I'm going to put out a series of videos for individuals at different income levels and small business owners at different revenue levels, and try to help as many people as possible. So if you like this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe now. But let's get into it. So the Congress passed the CARES Act last week. I think they signed it on Friday. I was busy working. The reason I decided I was moved to put out a video is because of the volume of questions I was getting. I didn't want to put out anything too soon because although they signed the act last Friday, they didn't know how they were going to do things. So I wanted to wait until the IRS had some real answers for us. I mean, when you went on the IRS website, they didn't have anything like when the act was actually signed. So now there's information out there, and this portion that I'm going to speak about is the economic impact payments that they're getting ready to send out to millions of Americans. So first of all, a lot of people are watching the news, and I just want to tell you guys, be careful where you're getting the source of your information from regarding these payments. Even this video, what I'm telling you here is all information that I got from reputable sources. The sources that I like to rely on is the IRS. So you can go to irs.gov, and everything that I'm sharing with you is on there. Another great source is none other than congress.gov, okay? That is where the actual act is that was signed, and I'll tell you, this thing is humongous. I have spent my entire weekend combing through it, and I'm not even going to lie to you, I didn't read every word because it's 808 pages, and I don't have time to, so I try to get to the meat and potatoes of what I need to know, and that's what I did. But if you have time, and if you're interested, go to congress.gov and knock yourself out. I also like to refer to my professional organization that I'm also a member of, and it's the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, AICPA.org is a great, credible source of information. So guys, be careful where you're getting your information from. I know everyone's watching the news, and I know there's, social media news and everything, but if you have any questions, go to the main source, and that's what I'm sharing with you, these 3 websites right here. And unfortunately, this always happens. There's always good and evil. Something like this is going on. I mean, we have a global crisis that's going on, and there's people who are still trying to take advantage of the situation. So I want you guys to be aware that there's already scammers out there. Certain things the IRS will not do. The IRS will not call you on the phone and ask you for any confidential information. The IRS will not email you requesting confidential information. And believe it or not, there's already fake websites out there regarding these payments, and they're fishing for information from you. They're trying to get your name, address, social security number, banking information, credit card information. Just be aware of them so that, you don't fall victim to any of their scams. And please share this video with your loved ones, especially your parents and your grandparents, because they always tend to target retirees the most because they're unaware of these scams that are out there. And these scams can lead to tax-related fraud and identity theft and just cause more problems for you. So I want you guys to, not fall victim of these scams. Another thing that the IRS has notified us about is that there's some people who are claiming to get you your economic impact payment faster. There's no way to get it faster. The estimated timeline the IRS has given is 3 weeks. Today is April 2nd, 2020. So no one's getting it sooner than, 3 weeks, okay? And doesn't mean everyone is getting theirs in 3 weeks. That's just when they're going to begin to send out payments. So don't pay anyone or don't give anyone your sensitive information to get the payment faster because it's a scam. It's not real, okay? Another scam the IRS has already caught wind of is that some people are mailing out bogus checks to taxpayers, and they're including a letter that tells you to either call them or go on their website and put in, again, your sensitive information, and then you will be able to cash a check. That's not how it works. The IRS is not doing that. If you get a check like that, if you come across an email that is trying to scam you with this economic impact payment, if you come across a website, anything you come across, please share it with the IRS so that they can protect taxpayers. The website is on the bottom right here. You can send that information to, it's phishing with a PH, PHISHING at irs.gov, just for that information so that the IRS is aware of it. They can shut it down and they can notify professionals and individuals, taxpayers, about the scams that are going on, okay? Now, the question that everyone has been asking, and some of you know, most of you probably know by now, but is how much are they going to get? So I want to make these videos short, like under 10 minutes. So I'm just going to give you a breakdown of how much you could get, the maximum amount, and then I'll do a separate video talking about the things that are going to decrease that amount if your income is above a certain threshold. So first of all, you have to be a citizen or a permanent resident to get any of this money. So right now, the IRS is excluding I-10 holders from getting this money. So if your filing status is single, head of household, or married filing separately, you qualify for $1,200 as a taxpayer, and then you get $500 for each child under the age of 17 that you claim as a dependent, okay? If your filing status is married filing jointly, you get $2,400 plus $500 for each child that's under the age of 17, okay? So I hope that gives you information. And like I said, again, look out. I'm going to do another video hopefully tomorrow, breaking down the income limits and how your income affects how much you're going to get. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so everyone wants to know, how do I get it? How do I get my money? Okay, so the IRS has announced that they are going to distribute this money via direct deposit. So what they're going to do is they are going to look at your 2019 tax return, and if you have direct deposit information on it, that is the account that they are going to deposit the money into. Now, because of COVID-19, the 2019 tax deadline has been extended to July 15th. So many people haven't even filed their tax return yet. So that's okay. If you haven't filed 2019, you don't need to go out there and rush to file it if you don't want to. They are going to look at your 2018 tax return and the direct deposit information you have on there. That's what they're going to use to distribute your money. Now, if you are an individual who receives Social Security benefits and you are not required to file a tax return, the IRS is going to deposit your payment into the same account that you use for your Social Security benefits. So that is very important because I saw people putting videos out saying that if you get Social Security that you do have to file a tax return. That is not true. You do not have to file a tax return if you only get Social Security and if you otherwise are not required to file a tax return. The IRS system is linked to the Social Security Administration system, if you don't know that. So they're just going to look into that system, get your direct deposit information, and deposit your check, not deposit your check, deposit your economic impact payment into that account, okay? Now, if you don't have direct deposit account information on your 2018 or 2019 tax return, maybe because you owe the government or for whatever reason, the IRS is currently developing a web portal within the irs.gov that they will direct you to be able to enter in your direct deposit information and receive your economic impact payment. Now, be aware, I am pretty sure that they are going to need you to verify your information. Normally, that information is going to come from a prior year's tax return. So you may want to get a hold of the last tax return that you file, and you'll probably have to give something like your adjusted gross income along with your name and social security number. So you may want to go ahead and try to locate that before they actually release that information. But make sure it's through the irs.gov or whatever address they're going to use. You know, make sure it's an actual accurate website that you're entering your information into. Once they develop this website, I will do another video to help people enter the direct deposit information into the IRS website and not some bogus scamming website that could possibly be out there, okay? The last option that the IRS will use is mailing you a check. Of course, if they mail you a check, it's going to take longer. So you want to look out for this direct deposit portal that they're developing. But if for some reason you miss out on it, they will mail you a check, okay? Now, if you are a late filer, for some reason you are supposed to file a tax return, but you have not, you want to file one as soon as possible so that you will receive your economic impact payment. Now, for some people, you know, I'm a CPA and I have clients, I have an office, but because of COVID-19, I am not working out of my office. I'm working out of my home and I'm working remotely 100%. So some people may encounter that problem. And if for some reason you're not able to get to your accountant and have your taxes filed remotely, or maybe if you have some issues, the IRS will still issue these checks up until, not checks, these payments up until December 31st, 2020. So that means if for some reason you can't get your information and it's, let's say September 1st, and you're finally able to file your tax return, they will still issue you your payment based on your filing status and the number of dependents that you claim on your tax return. So that is all the information that I have for you guys in this video. If you have any additional questions regarding the economic impact payments or anything related to how to survive this global emergency that we're going through, go ahead and leave a comment below.